put on.
Hello and welcome to another York Sports Network broadcast. Here tonight we are in Elmhurst, Illinois for the last regular season game for the York Dukes. They take on the OPRF Huskies here at home before playoffs start this upcoming Thursday. Last conference game, if they win this game, they secure that second spot in the conference. Just losing out barely to Downers Grove North on Saturday, who clinched the conference in that game as well. And Ryan, what can you tell us about these two teams and what we can expect coming into this matchup?
York really been on a hot streak the whole season. Recently came into some bumps, going 3-4 in their last 4 games. But OPRF has struggled the whole entire season, so we should see a decent Dukes win here. But we thought the same thing going into that Lions game, and it turned out that the Dukes actually ended up falling. So really anything can happen, but we're just going to have to see how Dukes come out early, see if they can get a good lead going, just take it in the rest of the game.
And here's Bernison starting for the non-playing Kyle Waltz here tonight. That ball's tipped. Mullis is trying to fight for it on the floor, and it's going to go out of bounds to say last touch by the Dukes, and that's going to be OPRF basketball.
Yeah, definitely not the way you want to start with it. Just very sloppy turnover.
Max Johnson has it, bringing the ball up here for the Huskies. Alex Gossett gets it in down low to the elbow. Gossett back up top, guarded by Pecos. He's getting to the corner, a corner three here. That one's going to rattle in for number 22, Joe Halper.
Yeah, Halper, known as a sniper, wide open in the corner. Just can't leave him open. Able to knock it down and give the OPRF Huskies an early lead.
Here's Pecos with it up on the right wing. He's going to dish it off to Richardson, now to Levine. Levine going to drive inside, pull up jumper from the elbow. That one's going to be Cash. Going to bring this back to within a 1-point game, getting the Dukes on the board here first in the first quarter.
Yeah, Levine with a really impressive vertical. If you can get him in a little bit of space, he can just rise up from anywhere and able to knock down jumpers over taller defenders. See right there, able to get the Dukes back on the board.
But OPRF connects on a second three. Alex Gossett going to score that one. 2 quick threes here for the OPRF offense. Levine going to bring this one up slowly. Here's Bernison with it. Right back up top to Levine. He's going to have it at the top of the key. Going to receive a screen from Richardson. A tough pull-up. That one's going to be long. Offensive rebound, though, for him, and that one's blocked. Almost going out of bounds. Levine on his third attempt from deep. That's going to be long. Richardson fights for another offensive rebound, though. Now the Dukes will reset it back up top. Bernison over in the corner. Levine going to get another screen driving to the basket. His fourth shot of the possession is going to go on the open layup.
Yeah, Levine always a high volume shooter. Right there, we didn't see him hit any of those shots that he really usually hits, but really an amazing finisher when he gets into the paint. See it again through a tough contact. Looked like that one was on Vincent.
Johnson in the corner, another three for OPRF. This time it will rattle out, and it's going to be a foul on Gossett. Open look there for Halper, just couldn't connect on it.
And not something you see a lot, a missed open three from OPRF. We've really seen it coming out of the games. They're just a really well put together team from outside the arc. Able to hit their first 2 shots, not able to knock down their third, but still with the 2-point lead over the Dukes.
Pecos has it. Stuck up top by Johnson. Now A.J. Levine's going to have it. Receives another screen, is going quickly to the basket. The right-hand scoop finish at the basket, and the end one is good there for A.J. Levine. He's now going to go to the line here, try and complete the 3-point play.
Yeah, great recognition there from the Levine. Seeing he has the mismatch on the big man, just drives it right to the paint. Nice inside hand finish. Able to draw the foul, too, with a chance to give the Dukes the lead, barring on this free throw right here.
And Levine does get that free throw to go. We know he struggled a little bit from the free throw line on Saturday, so definitely a confidence boost there, knocking down his first one.
Yeah, definitely a problem for Levine. Hasn't been a problem all season, but it was, as we saw on Saturday. In a close game like that against a team like DGN, you really got to knock down those free throws to give yourself a chance.
See Alex Vincent there going up with the left baby hook shot, and he gets it to go, sneaking over the front of the rim. retaking the lead here, 8-7 with 4:19 left to play in the first quarter. Pecco stuck without a dribble, about to pick up a 5-second penalty, but does eventually get it over to Levine. Levine now trying to drive inside, a tough floater off the backboard, won't go. Defensive rebound there by Vincent. Inside, kicking it into Gossett, tip pass, can't get it to go. Going to be a rebound by Mullis. Mull now pushing the break. Is going to be a 2-on-2, but he's going to decide to slow it up and get it to AJ Levine at the top of the key.
I think we've seen those. We saw AJ Levine go down with an injury for a little bit of time in DGN. You see him wearing that, looks like a shin brace. But you see him, looks like he's been struggling to completely, fully sprint this game. Been a little slower, but still 7 early points. He hasn't really missed a step.
Moll's going to hit a jump step, and he's going to leave that one short. Ball's still on the floor. Burnison's going to come up with it outside to Pecos. Pecos looking to kick it outside, and he does. Levine, an open three, top of the key. That one is good for A.J. Levine, and now he's up to double-digit points here in the first quarter.
Once again, A.J. Levine with all 10 of the Dukes points so far. Really just a reliable scorer every single night so far for the York Dukes this season.
Here's Bowen. He's going to get this one over. A 3-ball there from Johnson's going to be long. Saved. Gossett up with it, but no, stripped away by Levine. Now Pecco's all alone down underneath the basket, and he gets the free 2 points to go, and a timeout called here by OPRF.
And that's something the Dukes do a lot, is able to generate steals. Usually we see Kyle Waltz, who has been injured today, with his long arms and his length, 6'6" frame. He's able to generate a lot along with A.J. Levine. But even with Burnison in, they're still able to play that great defense they've been generating all season, able to force another steal that gives them the 4-point lead going into this timeout.
And with that, we're going to step away shortly here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You've been watching York Dukes varsity basketball right here on York Sports Network. Out of the timeout now, OPRF. Johnson trying to drive inside. He's going to dish it back outside. That one's almost lost. All in the hands of Johnson. Johnson trying to go baseline, stuck, double team. He's going to kick it back outside. Here's Gossett. Johnson goes up with a tough layup. Can't get it to go. An offensive rebound there, and putback is good. Alex Vincent making a presence felt inside here early on in the first quarter.
Yeah, we saw the big man come flying in for the rebound and able to just get the inside leverage on Richardson with an easy bucket off the glass. That'll cut the lead down to 2 for the Dukes.
Richardson wide open. Great play there from the Dukes, having a screen man wide, get Braden Richardson wide open for an easy 2 points.
Yeah, Molis, usually the guy receiving the screens, is right there, gives it to Richardson, just generates a wide open play underneath the basket. Yet again, another easy 2 points for the Dukes.
And there's going to be a foul called there on Ryan Pecos on the drive off of Johnny Nelson. That's going to be a foul and ball underneath the basket here for the Huskies.
It looks like they got a little bit of a push in the back.
Johnson kicks it inside. Gossett, a tough pull-up shoot. No good. There's going to be an offensive rebound, though, by Johnson. Kick back outside. Maction Johnson's going to have this one. He's going to slow down the offense with 1:25 left to play here in the first quarter. Ball inside. Nelson trying to go up around Richardson. He can't. Trying to dish it into the corner. Levine's going to come up with a steal, and it will be a foul called on Joe Helper.
Yeah, once again, another generated steal from the Dukes. A.J. Levine just able to get everywhere. I mean, he's just great at reading the passing lanes, able to generate steals all day for the Dukes.
Desano going to bring the ball up this time here for the Dukes. Moles looking to get it to Levine. He's going to take a tough 3 from the left wing. That one's going to bounce up high, and an offensive rebound again by Desano, and that's going to go off the shin of Nelson, and that's going to be the York Dukes basketball here underneath the basket down on the baseline. Here's Desano. Inside to Stepanek, outside now to Levine. Levine going to drive in. That one is going to be long, rebounded by Gossett. Gossett trying to push it up to Johnson. Johnson goes up with the right hand layup, and it's going to be a block and one there. Max Johnson with the athletic finish at the basket.
Yeah, usually when you see that small guard go against the big man, you're not able to draw that charge a lot. Richardson went for it. He had his feet set, but just not. It looked like he was inside the restricted area. So that one will be a foul. Johnson going to try to cut this to a 1-point lead for the Dukes with only 50 seconds left in this first quarter.
And Johnson gets the friendly roll there off the rim, off the backboard, and it goes in for him. So now with 46 seconds left to play, the Dukes looking to get a good shot here to extend their lead. Desano's going to swing it over to Molis inside to Richardson. Levine going to try and get it to Desano. Wasn't looking. Inside the dump pass. That one's going to be saved by Nelson, but eventually finds the hands of Molis. He's now driving baseline, and it's tipped out of bounds by Nelson. And with 28 seconds left to go, York will get another chance here as Fitzgerald checks in for Brendan Molis. Levine, the inbounder, going to pass this one out to Desano. Desano spin move. Levine's going to bring this one back up.
It looks like they're going to look for the last shot of the quarter.
Here's Fitzgerald. Now back up to Levine. Just 7 seconds to play. Back to Fitzgerald. He's going to drive in left. Dishes it back outside. Levine, three. He's going to take a tough three-pointer. That one won't go. Trying to go for the putback is Stepanek, but that's going to do it here for the end of the first quarter. 14-13, the Dukes with a narrow 1-point lead going into the second quarter. And Ryan, what did you see there from OPRF that they did well that is keeping this game close right now?
I think just the three-point shooting at the start of the game, they were able to knock down their shots early. They haven't really found anything since those first three shots, but OPRF has stood their ground defensively, able to more or less shut down everyone besides A.J. Levine, who has been able to find his shots. And I think that's the reason the Dukes are able to have this lead right now.
Well said, Ryan. And with that, we're going to step away shortly here. Don't go anywhere for the start of the second quarter action here in Elmhurst. You've been watching York Dukes varsity basketball right here on York Sports Network. Start of the second quarter now. Levine's going to have it here first for York. That pass is going to be tipped and now stolen away. OPRF ball loose on the ground. Trying to save it there was Desano over on the sideline, but it will go out of bounds, so OPRF basketball. Quick turnover there for the Huskies, trying to get some momentum back and take this lead back where it is currently sitting at 14-13 in favor of the Dukes. Here's Gossett. Pass now over to Dom Hale. Gossett going to take a three-pointer. He was open and nothing but net. He cashes in on that opportunity from deep. Now 16-14, the Huskies take the lead.
That was a tough shot right there. I mean, he hesitated and had two guys closing out, and he was still able to rise up and knock down the three. It's a very impressive shot.
Here's Levine now to Fitzgerald in the corner. Swings it to the opposite corner now, Molis. Fitzgerald trying to kick back outside. Quick ball movement here from the Dukes, and Fitzgerald's going to take an open look three. That's off the back iron. Gossett's going to grab it, trying to save it, and he does. Find the pass there to Vincent. Now here comes Johnson going the other way. Spin move. It's going to be a blocking foul. Can't get the tough finish to go, but he will go to the line for 2 shots.
I don't know about that call. It didn't really seem like there was any contact there. I mean, it was just a great spin move there by Johnson, able to generate a ton of space. Well, I didn't really see any contact that would have drawn a foul there. But Johnson will go to the line, trying to make this a 4-point lead in favor of the Huskies now.
First one is good there for Max Johnson. Max Bernison and Ryan Pecos checking into the game here. Max Johnson looking to go for 2 for 2. He does, now extending it to a 2-point lead here for OPRF. Here's Molis with it. OPRF bringing out a press defense. Pecos has it over on the wing. Looks to get it to the Bernison. Good pass down low. Richardson going to jump stop. Can't get anything. Molis now on the outside, stuck in the corner. Good defense here from OPRF, causing a lot of commotion. Levine trying to get it down low, and he's going to be fouled. That one's going to go on number 10, Johnny Nelson. That's going to be his first.
Yeah, Duke's still struggling to get past this OPRF defense. We've seen the only 4 points they've generated besides the Levine 10 have been wide open shots under the basket. We saw the fast break shot from Pecos and the off-ball screen for Richardson. But other than that, it's all been Levine today. I think the Dukes just got to find something else.
Levine's going to take a step back three this time, and he's going to connect on it. So it looks like they're going to stick with Levine for at least a little bit longer.
Yeah, made me eat my words a little bit right there with a nice step back, able to push the lead back to only 1.
Action.
Looks like the Levine is working right now.
That pass tipped out of bounds. Nelson trying to save it, but it will be out of bounds. So York will have the ball back here. 5:45 left to play in the first half. Looking to take back the lead that they started the second quarter with. Moles to Pecos inside Levine. Kick pass out to Bernison. Bernison trying to drive, and he's going to slip and fall down. It will be a travel call. Another turnover here for the Dukes. They've been struggling with that a bit here in this first half.
Yeah, that's definitely been a problem with them. And definitely going to be something they're going to need to fix against a tough OPRF defense. They want to generate some, let's say, good shots.
Johnson driving in, looking to kick it to the corner. Here's Gossett. Gossett right back to Johnson. He's got an open look, but decides to drive in. Tough right hand floater off the glass, and he has the perfect touch off the backboard and gets it to go.
I mean, I didn't like even off the backboard. That looked like the net didn't even move right there. It's a beautiful touch off the glass. Johnson, that'll push him to 7 points on the game now.
Pecos, the swing to Molis. Molis now driving baseline. He's stuck without a dribble, trying to get it over to Bernison. Another turnover. Here's Vincent to Gossett. Gossett now trying to push up. He gets it to Johnson. Johnson right back to Gossett. Gossett goes up for it. He can't get it to go, looking for a foul. Now Levine's going to try pushing it the other way. He gets this one to Bernison. Bernison's going to kick it right back up top to Levine. Levine to Pecos. He's going to have an open look from deep. He shoots it. That one's long. Rebounded there by Vincent. And now Johnson and OPRF trying to push it once again.
Yeah, rarity there for the Dukes. Ryan Pecos 3-point attempts.
Vincent to Nelson. He's going to kick this one back outside. Here's Hale. To Gossett. Tough right-hand shot. That one won't fall. Rebounded there by Levine. Levine trying to push the fast break-in transition to Molis. An open corner. Look, that one's going to be wide and rebounded by Nelson.
Yeah, found the look he wanted, just not able to hit it. Been a problem for the Dukes so far. If you're not named AJ Levine, is hitting your shots when you've got the shot. Now we see another missed open shot from the corner there for Molis.
Here's Hale. Hale stuck outside. Gossett, a tough three-pointer. That one won't go. That one's tipped by Bernison and picked up by Levine. Levine going behind the back. Going to take a wild shot.
Yeah.
Molis is now going to have it off the offensive rebound by Richardson.
Definitely looked like he got hacked and was trying to just get that shot up, trying to get the and one to go. Just like an expected whistle. Didn't get it. Just looked like a very bad play.
Molis now driving inside, and he's swatted away by Vincent. Vincent got up there and smacked that ball against the board out of bounds, and that's going to be York Duke basketball still underneath. But what a great play there from the big man.
Yeah, powerful block. Just Molis thought he had the fadeaway. Vincent came out of nowhere and just swatted it out of bounds.
Pecos trying to pass this one in. That one's stolen away by Johnson. Johnson now going one-on-one with Sika. A tough layup there, and he gets it to go. Justin Bowen. And there's a timeout called by Coach Dunn and the Dukes. Down by 5 with 2:59 left to go in the first half.
Yeah, I feel like, in my opinion so far, I feel like the Dukes are definitely missing that second reliable scoring option from Kyle Waltz. Right now, they've just not been able to find anything if it's not A.J. Levine looking for a shot. And, that Kyle Waltz injury is definitely going to hurt him in this game. Hopefully he is back for playoff time. But Duke's going to have to try to draw something up for this second half.
With that, we're going to step away shortly. You've been watching York Duke's varsity basketball right here on York Sports Network. Back from the timeout now. Levine going to bring this one up here for York. Gets this one over to Pecos on the wing. Eddie Sika now has it to Pecos. To Levine in the corner. Right back outside the swing. Richardson at the free throw line. He's going to be stripped by Johnson. Vincent picks it up. Throws it away right to Sika. Sika now going for a quick one, and the left-hand layup does go in. Looked a little bit long. A.J. Levine hobbling a little bit down there after that last play. Did not see what happened.
It looked like he got hit in the groin. Definitely not something you want to see in a men's basketball game. Always a tough injury. But he's a tough kid. We saw him come back from multiple injuries in their last game. And it looks like he's not even feeling it now.
Choi. Vincent, the big man, trying to go inside, and it's going to be a travel. He walked. He was met by the twin towers down there of Hunter Stepanek and Braden Richardson. Had nowhere to go and ended up traveling. Going to be another turnover, and now the Dukes here down by 3 going to have an opportunity to tie this ball game up. Pecos gets this one inside. Levine going down low, gets that one inside to Richardson, and another layup there for Braden Richardson. They're starting to get him more involved here in this game. Now up to 4 points. York just trailing by 1. Now that one's thrown away, tipped by Richardson and picked up by Levine. Here's Molis to Pecos in the corner. Levine going to take the ball inside. Now back outside Molis. Sika with it, down low to Richardson. Richardson's going to get pushed from behind. That's going to be a foul on Gossett. That's going to be his first personal foul, second only of the quarter. Levine, a deep three. That one won't fall. That one's short this time. Here's a tough rebound going up the other way, and Halper's going to drop that one in with the nice finger roll. Pecos to Fitzgerald. Looked like he had an open look, decides not to take it. Here's Molis now on the left wing, inside to Richardson. Molis being doubled. Under 50 seconds left to play now here in the second quarter. Molis right back out to Pecos. Levine inside. Going to go up strong over Vincent. Can't get it to go, and he's going to grab the defensive rebound. Here's the push now. Tough shot there, and it's going to be a foul and one there for number 15, Justin Bowen. And now he's going to go to the line here trying to complete the three-point play. Trying to extend this lead to 6 with just 30 seconds left to play.
It appeared he was just trying to get a quick shot up and trying to draw that foul because he felt the contact. Didn't look like a shot he was expecting to go in when you saw his reaction when he hit the floor. But nonetheless, a tough shot it turns out to be. That'll increase the lead now to 6 for the Huskies.
Packo's going to bring this one up. Most likely the last possession here of the half. Inside, Levine. Down low, Richardson, a wide open layup, and they're going to take the quick points. OPRF's going to have one last chance to add on to their lead before the half. Here's Dom Hale. Bowen inside. Hale, a tough pull-up jumper. That one's going to be long. Offensive rebound by Vincent with 2 seconds left to go, and one there. Another tough finish at the basket for Alex Vincent.
Yeah, absolutely. Just not what you need if you're a Duke right now. I mean, they had him forced into a bad shot right there from the shot with Hale. And just got to get a rebound. You have two guys right there. Vincent just pulls it away.
That one's long, 1 second left. Pecco's going to get it up in a hurry, and that one is way short. So going into the half, OPRF with a 6-point lead over the York Dukes. Ryan, in that first half, we see the much underdogged OPRF Huskies take a lead. What did they do successfully in that first half that's led to this?
I think their defense has been the key. I mean, obviously, that the scoring from Kyle Waltz is not going to be seen tonight, but really, OPRF has shut down everything. The only way the Dukes have really scored is A.J. Levine just making things happen, which we see him do all the time. But overall defense, I think OPRF just dominated the Dukes today. And they haven't really been able to get a ton of good looks, but they've hit their shots when they needed to on the offensive end as well. I think that's why they're going into this half with a 6-point lead.
Comes that any better, Ryan, there. And now just 9 minutes and 30 seconds left in this halftime period. We'll be back for second half action here between the York Dukes and OPRF Huskies. You've been watching York Dukes varsity basketball right here on York Sports Network. Back now here for the start of the second half action here in Elmhurst, Illinois between the OPRF Huskies and the York Dukes. OPRF coming out gunning, trying to hit a quick three was Halpert. He couldn't get it to go. Levine now trying to get the Dukes back into this one, down 6, 29-23. Ryan Pecko's going to have this one up top. Going to get this over to Bernison. Here's Pecos. Pecos stuck. Now to Bernison. Bernison in the corner. Bernison looking to make a move. Richardson had an open look, going to pass it up. Now here's Pecos. Good defense here from the Huskies. Dribble drive inside, good pass. Richardson can't get the layup to go, but he was fouled. So 2 free throws will be awarded to him.
Strong take there for Richardson. Able to draw fouls. That's something the Dukes really need to do because they have not really been able to generate any offense. So just trying to get some free throws going, I think that'll give them some momentum going in the second half.
First one is good there for Richardson. Second one from Richardson is up and good. Going to bring this back to a 4-point ball game, 29-25. The Huskies still in the lead. Here's Gossett. Going to get this one over to Johnson now. Johnson in the corner to Halpert. Johnson, Gossett. Pass up top, dribble drive, pull up, jumper from the free throw line, and that one is good for Justin Bowen again. Justin Bowen had a great first half and continued it here in the early goings of the second.
Yeah, really just a great pull-up jumper. Maybe had a little contact to the stomach. No call from the refs and able to get the shot to go anyway.
Here's Pecos now inside of Levine. Levine going to go up against Vincent, and that one's going to get the right amount of spin off the backboard. Beautiful finish there from A.J. Levine.
Yeah, up to 15 points. Got over half the Dukes' points, and he's just been their whole offense here tonight.
Johnson going to step into a 3-ball. That one's going to be long, and it's going to hit the pole up atop the backboard, and that's going to be out of bounds here, so Dukes will take possession. Here's Mullis with it at the logo. To Levine in the corner, down low, Bernison now. Kick back outside, open 3 for Mullis, and he gets that one to go. Brendan Mullis from the top of the key, bringing this game just within 1 point.
Yeah, we saw him go scoreless in the first half. Not something you see a lot. And able to hit his first shot of the game. Really big if Dukes want to come back, because we see a big-time swat out of bounds by A.J. Levine.
Johnson, the inbounder, going to get this one outside. A pull-up 3 now for Bowen. Bowen this time is long, and that's going to travel out of bounds. York Dukes basketball here.
Yeah, he's had a successful night so far. Just a little bit of a heat check, I would say. Dukes now with the chance, the first time since the first quarter, they have a chance to take the lead back.
Levine now trying to make a move. Pull-up jumper from the elbow. That one's short. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson now pushing the break. Going around Mullis into the paint. Right-hand floater and the toilet bowl finish there for Max Johnson.
Yeah, beautiful fake pass to the floater. Able to get the nice toilet bowl flush right there. Johnson up to 9 points. And Huskies still without a 10-point score in this game.
Levine, the dump-off pass to Richardson. Beautiful wraparound pass as he was falling out of bounds. Getting around Vincent. And Richardson now up to 10 points himself on the night. Vincent passes tipped. It's going to be last touch by the Dukes, they'll say. So that'll be York basketball. Hunter Stepanek checking in for Max Bernison. And Johnny Nelson checking in for Bowen.
Yeah, that's the son of Strikes legend Scott Nelson right there. Also the quarterback of the OPRF Huskies for the football season.
Very athletic kid, sport varsity athlete for the Huskies. Called up for tonight's game, his first varsity action on the basketball court. as that pass was stripped away there by York.
Scott's definitely proud.
Here's Richardson. Has his one up top to Stepanek now. Stepanek to Levine. Levine an open look over on the left wing, and he gets the and 1 3 ball to go. A.J. Levine getting the lead back for the Dukes. Has been a while since then, and he's looking to complete the 4-point play here at the free throw line.
Yeah, just a huge momentum boost here for the Dukes, something they've needed for a while. And this free throw could put them up by 3. Just a huge swing for the Dukes on one play, especially if Levine can convert, and he does. Now up to a 3-point lead for the Dukes. Just a very good performance from the Dukes coming out of half.
Here's Gossett now. Stuck without a dribble. Looking to dump this one off to Nelson. He does. Helper now in low. Turnaround jumper from Gossett won't fall. Fighting for the rebound. Last touch by Pecos. And that's going to be OPRF basketball. Pass inbounded to Nelson. Now to Gossett, barely getting it over the fingertips there of A.J. Levine. Ball now, Helper a 3. Helper connects. That's his third three-pointer here in this one, putting that point total up to 9, and timeout called here by the Dukes. 36-36, a tie ball game here with 3:36 left to go in the third.
Yeah, with that, we're going to take a short intermission for this timeout. We'll be back. You've been watching York Sports Network.
Back now from the timeout. A.J. Levine going to bring this one up slowly. Looking to retake that lead that they just had moments ago before the Helper 3. Stepanek going to come up to set a screen. Levine won't use it. Levine now getting doubled. Mullis inside. Stepanek. That pass was tipped by Johnson. Johnson now pushing it. Trying to get up to Helper. That one's off the foot. Somehow finds the hands of Helper. And he's going to connect on the layup, giving the Huskies the lead. Levine now in the half court. Looking to drive baseline. Pass out. Richardson. Extra one to Mullis. Here's the screen from Richardson. Stepanek now. Backdoor cut. Levine driving inside. Tough fadeaway jumper, and he gets it to go over Nelson.
Yeah, it's just a great shot there. Levine over 20 points now in the game. Still got a lot to go. And it looks like it'll be a foul on him as well. It'll be against Stefanich. And it will be Oak Park basketball underneath the basket.
Johnson, the inbounder, going to get it outside to Nelson. Nelson trying to go around Dezano. He can't. Going to get it to Johnson now. Johnson trying to go right. Tough right hand floater over Richardson. That one's long. Ball tipped up in the air. Ball's loose now. Levine trying to grab it. He can't. Now here's Helper over on the left wing. He's getting double team inside. Gossett going up, and it's going to be a charge. Richardson got his body in position, and it looked like a shoulder might have been thrown there from Gossett, and that's going to be an offensive foul.
Yeah, it looks like Gossett got a little low. Put the body into Richardson, and just Richardson, we saw him try to draw a charge earlier. Usually, like the center, you don't see him drawing a lot of charges, but Richardson definitely a guy who puts his body on the line for the team. And we see him get a great call there in a tie game.
Dezzano has a wide open look. That one's going to be nothing but net for Nick Dezzano. 3-point lead now here for the Dukes. Under the 2-minute mark left to go in the third. Here's Max Johnson. Johnson now guarded by Dezzano at the volleyball line. Johnson's going to get fouled there by Dezzano. That's going to be his first, team's third. Gossett, the inbounder here for the Huskies. To Johnson. Johnson trying to go quickly. Right hand layup. That one's high up off the glass. Going to be fouled. And now a trip to the charity stripe here for Max Johnson. Johnson's first free throw is good. Second one for Johnson is also good. Now a 1-point game. It's been back and forth all quarter long. Duke's still with the narrow lead. Wolf's going to have it up top. Now to Dezzano. Dezzano getting double teamed by Nelson, and it's going to be a blocking foul on the sideline. It's going to go on Johnny Nelson. That's his third foul and puts this Huskies team at 4. So one more foul here in this quarter, and the Dukes will be shooting free throws from the line. Here's Stepanek trying to go around Gossett. Spin move there from Dezzano. Now Levine trying to go up physically, and that one won't go short, but the offensive rebound by Braden Richardson.
Yeah, great positioning there from Richardson, able to get the off shot from Levine, puts it right back up. His total is now up to 12.
Helper another 3. This time it won't fall. Rebound by Vincent, and it looks to be a jump ball as both Stepanek and Vincent were tangled up with it. Possession arrow in favor of the Dukes.
Yeah, again, Vincent just trying to rip away a rebound from the Dukes. Stefanich notices it and uses his strength to his advantage and able to hold on to the ball, forcing the jump ball.
Here's Levine now pushing. Going around Vincent, left-hand shot won't go, but it's going to be a foul first on the floor. That will send Levine to the line, though, as it is now in the bonus here for York.
Yeah, just that quickness from Levine once again. Able to get past. Nothing you can do except foul him in that situation. Trying to make him miss one at the line instead of giving the easy layup.
Levine, first one is good. Nothing but net there for Levine. Levine has yet to miss a free throw here tonight. Up to 22 points in just the third quarter of action.
Yeah, and this is a lot more of what we see from Levine. Perfect free throw shooting. Looks like just an outlier in that DGN game.
Second one is also good for him. Duke's lead now to up to 5. Under a minute left to play here in the third quarter. Here's Hale to Johnson. Right back to Dom Hale. Johnson trying to get around Molas. Driving baseline. Kick outside, trying to get it around Levine. That's going to be last touch by Johnson. Good hands there from Levine to smack it off of Johnson's thigh. And now you're going to have a chance here to move it to triple 3-possession game before the end of the third quarter.
Oh, tough.
Dezzano inside, Stepanek wide open, and left-hand layup is good. Leading now up to 7 points here for the Dukes. Clock continues to run. Here's Johnson now, guarded by Dezzano in the backcourt. Now to Hale. In the corner, Gossett a 3. That one won't go. Rebound by Helper. Helper's going to get fouled by Levine on the putback chance, and will go to the line for 2.
I believe that will be Levine's first of the night. It will. That's really big for the Dukes, as he's going to be able to play basically the whole fourth quarter if they need him to. As it does look like they are starting to pull away, but OPRF has shown their glimpses of good shooting as they do miss a free throw. But definitely don't want to count the Huskies out too early.
Halper's second one is good, so 1 for 2 from the line that time. 13 seconds left here for York to try to make something happen. Levine driving in, a tough right-hand finish at the basket. Good finish there, perfect English off the basket, and he gets it to go with the kiss.
Yeah, a little left-right jelly.
And that's going to do it here for the third quarter. Shot won't go for OPRF. 8-point lead here now from the Dukes after trailing by 6 going into halftime.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like the Dukes have finally found some other ways to score. I mean, obviously Levine is still taking over the third quarter up to 25 points through 3. But I feel like the other guys have found spots to shoot. Saw Mullis hit his first shot of the game. That was a big swing for them. That 4-point shot from Levine. Yeah, Braden Richardson also able to have a dominant game. Don't see him scoring a lot, mostly a defensive player, but does have 12 points today. Really working well in the pick and roll. And just some great offense. Not something we saw in the first half from the Dukes, but they have turned it around absolutely. Coach Dunn's, whatever Coach Dunn said in the locker room has worked so far for the Dukes.
With that, we're going to step away very shortly here. You've been watching York Dukes Varsity Basketball here on York Sports Network. Start of the fourth quarter here. Max Johnson with it for Oak Park River Forest, trying to come back from an 8-point deficit. 49-41 here with the Dukes on top. Here's Hale. He's going to have the ball up top here for the Huskies. Hale's going to move this one over. Here's Halper in the corner. Good rotations here from the Dukes defense. Johnson a 3 over Mullis. That one is short, rebounded by Pecos. Levine being pressured by Hale. Levine going to use his quick burst of speed to get around Hale, but it will be a hand check foul on Hale. So that's going to be his first foul, and he's going to be checked out of the game by Johnny Nelson.
Yeah, I think we're just seeing that quick burst of speed from Levine again. Able to get past Hale, nothing you can do with foul. So he's going to get that easy shot.
Levine almost falling down, but Burnison wide open. Right-hand layup is good there. We've seen OPRF trying to pressure Levine up top, and a lot of open layups at the basket for the York Dukes. Here's Gossett now to Johnson. Here's Bowen. Jump step, shot up, that one short. Offensive rebound, though, by Nelson, and it's going to be a foul picked up there by Burnison.
Yeah, I feel like OPRF has really dominated on the offensive boards. Just, they haven't really been able to translate it a ton into points. Early on, they were definitely able to get a lot of second chance points off those rebounds by Vincent. We've not really seen those offensive rebounds turn into points so far. As a steal here from Levine.
Now Pecos, the alley-oop, and Mullis goes up and lays it in. Alley-oop there from Pecos to Mullis. Now a double-digit lead up to 12 points here for the Dukes. Tough lay there from Johnson, bringing it back within 10. Kickball violation there by Nelson as Mullis was trying to move the ball over to Levine. Now Vincent checking in for Bowen for OPRF. Here's Levine working on Nelson, driving in, right hand. Great transition layup there from Levine, going from right to left and getting the spin off the glass to finish at the rim.
Yeah, and I've said it enough times tonight. The speed from Levine is unmatched. Just able to, that quick burst he's got just works almost every time for any defender.
There's a loose ball on the floor, eventually picked up by Pecos, and Coach Dunn's going to receive his timeout. So with 5:57 left to go in the fourth quarter, the Dukes have a 12-point lead, 55-43. Don't go anywhere for the conclusion of this West Suburban Conference matchup. You've been watching York Dukes varsity basketball right here on York Sports Network. Pecos here looking to inbound it to Levine, and that's going to be a quick turnover out of the timeout. OPRF came out in a full court press, and they caused the turnover. Here's Johnson with it. To Gossett. Gossett going around, tough pull-up shot. That one's off the back rim. Offensive rebound for Nelson, and he gets the layup to go. Timeout called by OPRF. Now an 8-point game with 5:44 left to go. And Ryan, what are you talking to your team about here in the huddle if you're OPRF? You're still down by a little bit. You got plenty of time, but what are you trying to tell these guys to get back into this game?
I think you're going to try to bring up that first half, how you were competing with the Dukes. Like, this is not a game that is out of reach at all. Only 10 points. We've definitely seen crazier things happen at this York, while York is playing. So OPRF definitely not out of the question. I think the coach just got to give them some motivation. I think they're looking a little unmotivated after that heavy third quarter with a 14-point swing. But I think as long as OPRF can keep their heads up, they're definitely still going to be in this game for the rest of the 5:44 left on the clock.
Pecco's going to try this again. Here on the inbound, they get to Levine. Quick pass. They break it. That almost gets thrown away, though. Richardson now having it to Levine on the cut. Levine going up, trying to go over Vincent. He can't get it to go. Picked up by Johnson now on the 3-on-2 fast break. Johnson now. Helper trying to drive inside. A right-hand floater. That one scoops and goes right over the front of the rim. OPRF now within single digits of the Dukes. Mullis, another turnover. OPRF, Johnson going inside. Swatted away by A.J. Levine, but it's going to be a foul called. They said they got him on a push, and now that's 2 free throws awarded here to Johnson. Trying to make this a 2-possession game. Levine is not happy about that one.
I wouldn't be either. I didn't see anything, not even a little bit of body. It was just all ball smacked out of bounds off the wall. Just a tough break for the Dukes, as Johnson is going to be able to, if he makes both these, put it within 2 scores.
And the first one is good there for Max Johnson, but yeah, that's a tough one to swallow if you're a Dukes fan. Obviously, if you're here rooting for the Huskies, you're feeling very fortunate after that one, especially with such a great free throw shooter in Johnson, who's been cashed all night from the free throw line as he goes 2 for 2 once again. And you guys are trying to come back in this ball game. That's exactly what you need. Is Johnson, another turnover and another layup. Johnson has been amazing on the defensive side here in the last 2 minutes with 3 steals of his own, and now a block from behind. I think they're going to get a helper on that one on the second chance.
Yeah, the Dukes have just struggled to break this amazing press here from the Huskies. I think the defense was really the key in the first half, and they're bringing it back right now with this press. I mean, I've seen presses work before, but I've never seen them work to the level of OPRF has been this last 40 seconds. It's just been amazing, as York was able to break it this time, and Richardson able to draw the foul. But I feel like this press is really working, and that's really brought this game right within a grasp for the Huskies.
First one was good for Richardson, stepping and checking into the game here for the Dukes and for Burnison. Second one for Richardson is also going to find its way through the hoop. And now with a 6-point lead, Max Johnson and OPRF are coming down the court. Here's Gossett. Almost stripped away by Levine, but he's able to pick it back up. Here's Johnson now. Johnson trying to drive inside, trying to get around Pecos. The spin move, going to have to kick it back outside. Gossett now to Nelson. That one's tipped away, almost saved by Levine, but will go out of bounds. OPRF ball will retain possession.
It looked like the ref pointed in York's direction. A little bit of confusion there.
Here's Johnson now to Helper. Helper trying to get up over Vincent. Vincent's going to come down with it, going up for a tough shot. Can't get it to go. Nelson on the second chance. Can't get it either. Moles now going to slow this one down. Finds his point guard in Levine. Richardson. Back up tops. Almost stolen away by Nelson. But Levine, the no-look pass down low to Stepanek. And that one is going to be another foul. This time on Vincent. Stepanek going to shoot 2 now here from the line.
Yeah, that'll be Vincent's 4th foul as well, so that's really tough. As Vincent has just been a dominant force this whole entire game with the rebounds he's been able to pull in.
And first one will not go for Stepanek. That one long.
Yeah, he's been a shaky free throw shooter all season, but it's not something he's usually relied upon. But these are 2 big free throws as he does miss the first.
Second one is good, though, for Stepanek, so 1 for 2 from the line. 3-possession game now. Johnson trying to make a move on Levine. Half spin. Now to Helper. He's got an open look swatted away by Stepanek. Now here's Johnson trying to make a move. Loses his dribble. Now to Helper. Johnson, a tough pull-up 3. That one's going to be an air ball for Johnson.
Yeah, it looks like Johnson just wants to be that guy that fuels this comeback, and it's just not working right now. And we saw him dish it out to Helper, and he also got blocked. So OPRF, what's worked defensively is not translated into offense so far. There's another turnover here for the Dukes.
Here's Nelson. Now to Gossett. Gossett, the right hand finish is good, and 1 called. The foul on Max Burnison. And now going to the line to try and make this a 4-point game. Big upset alert in other IHSA basketball. The Bolingbrook Raiders have taken down the Homewood Flossmoor Vikings 65-63. The #1 seed in the state losing in a tough game. Bolingbrook, we've seen them play before here in this gym.
I mean, yeah, as Dukes fan, we saw in our own tournament, the Tosh, Bolingbrook was the team that took us out of it. As we see, a big swat there by Helper.
Yeah, he's trying to go up against Vincent again, but Vincent's a big boy down there, and he swats that one out of bounds. Nothing's getting past him in his house down there. It's going to be out of bounds, though, and York will get another chance here underneath the basket.
Yeah, we're being a little shaken up on that one.
Pecos to pass it in. Here's Levine. Levine trying to go around Nelson. A tough right-hand floater. No good. But will go back to the free throw line once again.
Yeah, we just rolled in and out. Unlucky.
Levine's first one's going to rattle in and out. That's not a bounce you typically see.
Yeah, that went into the rim, it looked like twice. Unlucky there on that bounce.
Second one will go there for Levine.
Less than 3:30 left on the clock. OPRF's going to have to push the pace a little bit.
Shot there again from Max Johnson, now up to 19 points here for the Huskies. 3:10 left to play in this game. Here's Pecos. Levine driving in. Right hand floater, that one is good once again for A.J. Levine, and now he's up to the 30-point mark in this game.
We're going to a late foul call there on Levine.
Your foul number 3, A.J. Levine, his third team sport. They call basketball out of bounds. Back in the game, the Huskies, number 33, Alex Vincent.
Fans getting into it.
Very exciting game. I know last year when OPRF came to York, it was a very, very good game going into overtime with OPRF barely coming out on top. You see a turnover there from a helper. Gazzano going to check in for Stepanek.
Yeah,
But it always seems like these games come down to the wire.
Yeah, I think that this Gazzano sub is just to try to help break the press, as he is very quick and a great passer.
Gazzano going to swing this one over. Levine, 2-on-3 now if they work quickly, but he's going to pull this one back outside. Pecos to Richardson. To Molis on the wing. Looking to bring this one back up top, guarded by Halper. Molis driving to his right, but it's going to be a timeout called here first by Coach Dunn. He's going to have 2 more timeouts left after this one. And Ryan, you're up currently by 6 points going into this timeout. You want to hold the ball as much as possible. Only 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. What's the game plan going forward for the rest of this game?
For the Dukes, I would say probably just try to get the ball in Levine's hands as much as possible. I feel like he's going to be a reliable player down the stretch. Can hit his free throws whenever he is needed. So as long as you can break their full court press and get it to Levine, I think it's a game 1 for the Dukes. It's a little halftime show going on.
It is airborne night here at York, and we got quite a few kids running out on the court to play some basketball. They're off now. Moles with it, down low to Gazzano. Kick by the side. Oh, Pecos had a wide open look. He looked like he wanted to take it. Decides not to, though. Levine, the bounce pass. Pecos. Right back to Levine. Levine driving inside. The right hand finger roll finish at the basket is good.
Yeah, 32 now for Levine. It's been a crazy night. A no-look pass. Beautiful down to Halpert. And that will be a timeout here for OPRF.
Been very back and forth offensively here in the last couple of minutes. Both teams getting a lot of easy looks at the basket. Neither team really looks like they want to shoot from the outside. But with that, we're going to step away shortly here. 6-point game, 63-57. Just 1 minute and 53 seconds left to go in this game. Don't go anywhere, because you've been watching York Dukes varsity basketball right here on York Sports Network. Back now from the timeout. OPRF coming out in a full court press. Tipped out of bounds by Nelson. Couldn't come up with that one. We're going to catch a little bit of a break there. Levine driving inside, going to kick back outside to Dizano. Now up top with Molis. Going to dish it in. Here goes Pecos outside. Levine had an open look. He's going to decide to drive instead. York passing the ball around. Now Dizano outside to Pecos. And he's going to be fouled by Gossett. And that's going to send Ryan Pecos to the free throw line here for 2 free throws.
Yeah, I know a lot of fans probably wanted to see Levine take that, try to increase his scoring numbers, but just a great decision not to take that shot. Saw he can waste more time with a 6-point lead. Decided to do it, and now Pecos gets 2 free throws as he just knocked down the first with a chance to put this up to an 8-point game.
Dizano's going to check out of this one for Stepanek for obvious defensive reasons. Stepanek, a very tough player to score against, standing at almost 6'7".
Yeah, also Dizano able to knock down free throws probably more consistently than Stefanovich, so I feel like it's a good 1-2 decision on both ends.
Tough floater from Johnson. That one's going to come up short. Levine passing it up to Pecos. Pecos a wide open right-handed layup, and that one is good for Ryan Pecos. Now up to 6 points on the night.
I don't want to say anything, but that might be his season high so far. He has been probably the best Dukes defender so far as well. So able to get some offense production out of him is great to see as well.
Helper can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, though, picked up by Bowen. Another timeout called here from OPRF. That's their last. Down by 8 with 47.8 seconds to go. OPRF's got to come up with something fast if they want to come back into this game.
Yeah.
Boom.
Pow.
Ryan Pecos at the line here, shooting 2 free throws after the foul. First one won't go. It's just a 6-point game here with 17.8 seconds left. Both teams in the bonus here for shooting. OPRF still with a sliver of hope, trying to come back. Pecos does make the second one, so back to a 3-possession game.
Yeah, definitely the guy who won with the ball in his hands, Max Johnson.
Johnson driving in, a tough right-hand floater. No timeouts left, and there's the delay of game called.
Yeah, we'll pause the clock, but another one, and that will be to the line for the Dukes.
Here's Levine driving and going to be fouled.
Levine going to try to look for 34 points in this game. Just an absolute beautiful scoring night from him. He scored from all 3 levels we've seen, especially with those tough finishes in the paint.
The first one for Levine is short. But like you said, Ryan, if they do get this next one to go, OPRF, they're going to have to go for another delay of game, but that will send someone to the free throw line. Johnson pushing up. Johnson going inside. Tough right-hand finish for Johnson, but that's going to do it here. So a 4-point victory for the Dukes, 69-65. They end up winning in the last game of the regular season, heading into the playoffs with a little bit of momentum. Great game from A.J. Levine, putting up 33 points, getting plenty of help from Braden Richardson with 14.
Yeah, those two really just have worked the whole entire game today. Everyone else struggled in the first half, but really found themselves in the second half. I feel like that's what flipped that 6-point deficit going into halftime into a huge lead for the Dukes going into that fourth quarter. They had a plus 14 differential in that third quarter. Absolutely huge for the Dukes. And that fourth quarter, they struggled at the start with that press, but end up able to beat it, take this one home. Score is a little closer than it probably should have been, but ending up with a 4-point win here for the Dukes.